Hey guys, this is Rob with the AIM Endurance Group. I wanted to introduce to you the next phase of strength training. This is our competitive strength training phase 1, and the spreadsheet that you have that you've received from us, we're going to go through each one of those exercises and try to bring out some things that we want you to really pay close attention to while you're working out. The first one that you have there is ab crunch on the fit ball. Okay, if you're not familiar with the fit ball, it's just one of the big bouncy balls. This is a pretty sophisticated exercise for your abs. I don't say sophisticated in an arrogant sense, other than the fact that you're going to find your stomach's going to fatigue pretty quickly, and that's okay. What you want to do is you want to kind of roll down until the ball is kind of centered in the lower part of your back. And what you want to do is you want to drop your shoulders below the horizon. You don't want to start up here. You want to start below the horizon. You just want to gently support your head. And what you're going to do is as you come up, you're going to try to rotate the ball up underneath your hips. So it's going to be a combination of starting below the horizon, coming up just above the horizon, just a little bit higher than level. And you're going to feel that pull from your pubic bone up underneath your pecs. Notice that the ball is rotating back up underneath me. All right? That's the big focus, and that's what you want to feel for. You'll start to feel the muscles shaking quickly. It tells you that you're doing it right. Notice that I'm not using an anchor for my feet. That's because if you anchor your feet with anything, it'll start to become a quadricep workout, and it'll put less stress on the stomach, and this is an abdominal workout. Okay? The second exercise that we have is going to be bench press on the football. Again, I want you to not have to be moving all around your gym or all around your home gym or whatever. You'll notice that I want you just to have a set of dumbbells that are nice and convenient. Again, a couple things that you want to be thinking about is you want to get the ball so that your back is completely flat. Now what I'm going to do before I raise the weight up, you're going to notice I'm trying to get my back as straight as possible. Okay? I want the ball to gently support my head so that my hips are off the ball. That forces me to have to tighten my glutes, lower back, and stomach muscles. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that weight all the way up without locking my elbows. I'm not locking my elbows here. I'm stopping with a slight bend. Okay, hopefully you can see that on the video. Going to bring it down and straight up. Okay, you'll notice that I'm not locking my elbows at the top. You'll notice that I'm trying to keep my stomach and my back parallel to the ground. Okay, the one thing that I want you to be noticing is that this is not a chest fly. All right, chest fly is when we're going to be bringing the weight out this direction, which is going to be coming up later in the workout. Remember, bench press, imagine if you had a straight bar on a bench. You're just using the instability of the ball to work your chest, your stomach, your glutes, and your lower back. As soon as your elbow touches the ball, you know you've gone deep enough, and then straight back up. Again, keeping the elbows bent. The reason why we care about if you lock your elbows or not, once the elbows become locked, the weight gets picked up by the elbow joint, and it loses the pec major, which is what we're after. Okay? So those are your first two exercises. The next exercise we're going to go to that you'll see on your spreadsheet are the bicycles. On the bicycle, there's just a couple things I want you to be aware of. You need to have some kind of a flat bench, and what you're looking for is you're looking for the opportunity for your right elbow to come to your left knee. And then you're going to rotate it back and forth. Okay. In regards to a rep count, left, right is 1 repetition. So, and the key is to go nice and slow. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not in the video, but what I'm doing is I'm taking my belly button and I'm pressing it down into the bench. I want a nice flat back. What I don't want is I don't want you allowing your back to arch. You're going to run the risk of hurting yourself. I press my lower abs into the bench, and then I rotate. That's going to get external oblique. It's going to get rectus abdominis in the stomach muscle. It's going to engage the it's going to engage the top of the quads as it comes into the lower abdominal group. You need to do that extremely slowly, okay? As with all these lifts, if you do it too quickly, momentum ends up lifting the weight and not the muscle fibers, and that's what we're after. Again, for the sake of time, the next exercise you'll see on your spreadsheet there is going to be inner thigh squeeze with the fit ball. Now, this is kind of an embarrassing exercise. Just because of the nature of it. You're working on your inner thigh muscles, okay? It's not going to require a lot of It's not a very difficult exercise, let's put it that way. What you're going to simply do is you're going to put that in between your knees, okay? And you're simply going to squeeze the ball in, hold it for 2, and release it. Now I want to warn you, you're going to feel that strain up in your groin. Don't overdo it. Okay, you pop that muscle, which is the adductor muscle, as it attaches up against the groin area, and you're going to have a pretty uncomfortable pain there in a very sensitive area. And all I'm doing is just letting the resistance of the ball come in, okay? And you're going to try to hit your desired amount of reps as slowly as possible, okay? So that wraps up phase number 1. Keep the emails coming if you have any questions, and we'll see you on phase cycle 2 here in a moment.